Alright, we are back with LarryColeman2020 live in Las Vegas. And you are from, where are you from, Larry?
I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I live here in Las Vegas now.
You live right here in Las Vegas now? Okay, got you. Alright, so how are things going for you?
Things have been good, Dirty. We've been extremely busy. For the last 3 years in the city, we've thrown a show every 7 weeks. Either will be headlined by myself or somebody that's as equally as talented or even bigger, somebody that has a bigger name than myself, somebody who's been working longer in the industry. We've been trying to bring as much culture, hip-hop culture, to the city as possible. I moved here about 5 years ago, and one of the things I noticed right away is how strong the rock culture was in the city. I know some of the bands and some of the groups that have made it from the city, just outstanding musicians, and I don't think it should stop at rock and roll. I think it should bleed into the people we bump elbows with, the people we're hanging out with at the Arts District, the people we're seeing at Town Square, the people you're seeing at Green Valley and Henderson. We are a community, and we are stronger than we seem on paper. So for me, things have been going really good, but that goal of continuing to do what we need to do and just lay all the groundwork for potential hip-hop culture here, we just want to grow that. So things have been good, things have been busy. For us too, me and my small team, I've been on 3 national tours this year. I have another national tour in November. That tour is going to be, I believe, a 15-day tour. We're doing 14 shows in 15 days in the Midwest and on the East Coast. My touring partner is Kung Fu Vampire. He is a horrorcore legend of the underground hip-hop scene from San Jose, California. Shout out to the Bay Area, shout out to Silicon Valley, shout out to 408. The community that definitely fucks with me, and the community I definitely fuck with. Shout out to Tracks A Million too, rest in peace, King, for everything you've done for us. But man, we're excited. Kung Fu, I believe, we just had his 20-year anniversary tour. Being out on the road with somebody that's done this their entire life, it's humbling, it's honest, it's open. It kind of tells you what you should do next in the development stage or in your city. I gotta add too, Dirty, being on tour, lastly, because this is how we're living right now, being on tour is an honest experience. There's something about getting away from your television, shutting off the video games, getting off your phone, and just talking to people in a room that I think will probably be like one of the required things for any independent artist to make it, and something that's going to give great longevity to music, is that fan-to-fan connection. I think the further that AI takes their little campaign, the further that human connection goes. So that's all we've been focused on. Me and my team are trying to meet as many people, as many like-minded people as possible to help support a genre that's not doing the best, but definitely means a lot to us and allows us to share our passion and ventilate the things that we go through day to day. So we're proud of what we're doing right now.
And can you explain Chardonnay to the people?
Yeah, so Chardonnay is a song that me and my brother UBI from Strange Music, he was part of Cess Crew. It's a song that we wrote about our take on what hip hop is, right? When we dropped the record, it got a lot of praise, a lot of write-ups. Hype Magazine picked it up, Hyperflex picked it up, Flex Magazine picked it up. We got a lot of write-ups for Chardonnay, but Chardonnay is our vision of something beautiful, which is hip-hop to us, and we draw up the comparison and contrast to something elegant and classy, which is extremely rare for hip-hop. So we're trying to raise the bar with the things that we say and the way we say them.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's get to Nothing to Lose. How do you feel about Nothing to Lose?
So the songs we're listening to are off of Hunger Games 2.
Okay.
There are 4 series of Hunger Games, and the Greatest Hits album comes out next January. Hunger Games 2 did really well. The pressure of Hunger Games 2 was to follow up Hunger Games 1. Hunger Games 1 just hit 5 million streams and 100,000 downloads, so it just become RAA certified gold record. It's my first one.
Congratulations.
So to follow that up for me was not easy. Chardonnay was definitely the most successful song off of it. But Nothing to Lose is back to that independent journey. A lot of people often ask me what I'm rapping about, what I'm talking about, and I tell them the realest shit ever. My life and my experiences making it music, so Nothing to Lose embodies that. Shout out to Sir Ace on the track, local Las Vegas artist, an absolute beautiful singer and beautiful artist as well.
All right, so I know we want to get into some deep stuff here locally, Las Vegas. What happened in the art district? I need you to talk about it. How do you feel about them trying to shut down the art district?
It's ridiculous. There's so many places that corporations win in this town. It's pretty much everywhere. We're a town that famously has the most expensive piece of real estate in the entire country, which is great for everybody that's invested there. Well, everybody that lives here is invested in some shit too, and it doesn't mean a damn thing to the people in corporate politics, and it means everything to us in the arts community. Just a second ago, we were talking about some of the people that we bump elbows with, the rockers, the rollers, the venue owners, the shakers. The people that make the city what it is, and there's an amazing culture here. There's no doubt about it. Our arts district is as vibrant as any, and I get to go to a lot of them on tour. Many times the venues will be popularly, they're either in Midtown or the downtown, almost every single time. Midtown seems to be where the arts districts and renovations are, because everyone's trying to get the hell away from downtown, but they don't want to be too far out of the scene. So, when I first heard about this, first and foremost, I had to do my diligence, get my signatures right out of the gate for people that were supporting, not changing this ordinance. But ultimately, for people like myself, independent artists, there's probably, at least in hip hop, there's probably 10 to 15 of us that do regular shows here. We're building something special, something that people that are invested in real estate can't see. And that's that, things have changed in this country. They've changed a lot. And the things that we have are intellectual property. And the younger somebody is, the more broke they probably are. And it was entirely by design. And the arts are about to flourish, Dirty. They're already flourishing, but I expect over this next 3 years, I expect some of the best hip hop I've ever heard. I expect some of the most creative concepts and some of the most outspoken shit we've heard since like Rage Against the Machine. I feel like if they reinvented themselves and came out next year, they'd be the most popular group in the country.
There you go.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the arts district flourish. I'm looking forward to seeing shows go on till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, to whenever the hell the venue owners feel like we should stop, because our venue owners down there led this pushback proudly. They're second to none, man. We've got some real leadership when it comes to ownership in the arts district, and shout out to all them. Shout out to Nothing to Do in Las Vegas, man. Shout out to Coco Jenkins, who beat the warpath and brought this to my attention in the first place. Man, shout out to everybody who gives a shit about artists like myself and the city, that we have a place to come and be ourselves, whether our hair is green or purple. There's a place where we're all accepted, and we're proud to defend that.
And that's Vegas, right?
Vegas.
What are some of the, can you announce some of the actual venue names? Like, let people know this is where you guys should be going. If you're sick of the Strip and you want to go somewhere and see local vibes, where are they going?
The best venues in the city, hands down. Taverna Costera did their fucking thing. Shout out to the owner, Jeff, who has created a hip-hop culture, harvested a culture down there, and created an open mic for this whole city to show out to, bring their instruments, bring their gear. He was definitely pounding the pavement heavy. Shout out to Abe and Greg at 18 Bin. Just some amazing operators too. They throw an amazing brunch at nighttime to do the best they can to make sure that the DJs are getting put on, that everybody's doing their thing. For the Arts District too, shout out to Swan Dive. They're new owners, but they're good people. They definitely care about the locals. You can tell it by the way that they book shows. Audio Bar just opened up. I'm not too familiar with them, but the three that I mentioned, that really help us curate togetherness. Nice job.
Awesome.
And they deserve this community support.
Absolutely, guys. All right, so In My Lane, what's In My Lane about?
In My Lane. So, let's throw it back. The album we're listening to a couple early albums for me, as I feel like I famously just recently signed to Sony Records and then doubled the offer because I think that we had more fish in our live well than they originally thought. In My Lane constitutes, I think, 13.7 million streams for me. It's my most popular song, and the reason why it's so popular is the song is a collaboration with legendary, iconic hip-hop group Slum Village. Slum Village are from Detroit. Very famously, when I was a young man, made an album called A Taste of Detroit. I played that shit in my record player every single day, in my car, on CD every single day. And then I think around 2006, I'm in high school, and they drop a song with John Legend called Selfish and Kanye West, and it put Slum Village in a whole new ballpark. Prior to that, Slum Village was produced by the legendary, rest in peace, Jay Dilla, and famously, before he passed away, he started to really blow himself up, producing for Common and Roots and stuff like that. He was doing his own thing, so shout out to Slum Village, shout out to Detroit. In My Lane is a song about, sticking to myself. I think that as artists, I even said it to you when I came in here, Dirty, my job isn't to absorb the clout or pay attention to the clout or see what people say. My job's to make the music, and then my job is to see how people react to the music and make it better. So in my lane, Muslim Village, off of Hunger Games 1. I hope you guys enjoy it. So the turn up is off of Hunger Games 2 as well. The turn up is with my friends, man. Texas Takeover, shout out to them. You know how they say every artist has an artist? My artists are definitely the Texas Takeover. It's Money Miko and TYG Zell. These boys are from the Dallas area. They've been making music for probably 10 years together. I had the opportunity to meet them here in Las Vegas on some really genuine shit. When we first met, they told me they were making music, and I didn't tell them I made music for a couple of weeks at all. I just kind of Mr. Miyagi them and
soaked it in.
I wanted to see what the hell they were doing. So I met them about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe in the pandemic. Proud to announce that next weekend we have a show in Austin, Texas on Rainy Street. It's just off of 6th Street, which is imperative for foot traffic. That we're headlining our first Texas show, and they're calling themselves the Texas Takeover. So it's really a full circle thing to see us do exactly what we always pictured we would do the day that we met each other. It's some surreal shit. A lot of the stuff that's been happening to my team, and it's specifically me, I often deflect because it's an us thing. People think that my success is attached to my name, and it might be, but it is not attached to one man. Like tomorrow night, we'll start loading in the venue probably around 5 p.m. And at that, there's so many working pieces, people grabbing things for the merch stand, tape, zip ties, lighting, batteries, all these small one-offs. And then we're never really relaxed until, a couple hours before we go on stage, and we really relax after we perform, and then we try to get home safe and focus on that as well. So, yeah, I don't have much to say. I answered probably pretty thorough about that turn-up question, and, things are going good. That's Texas Takeover. Yeah, man, we feel blessed.
Awesome. So can you tell everybody, how would they go follow you?
The best way to support me right now is probably through Instagram, or they can go to my website. It's www.LarryColeman2020.com, where they can get an assortment of amazing merchandising pieces. The gentleman I mentioned earlier, Kung Fu Vampire, is a merchandise god, so I obviously have to bring somewhat of a swagger when we go out on the road, and my stand is next to his stand, so I'm a sticker god for sure. I have millions and millions of really dope stickers. Shout out to Tryon for helping me execute all those cricket cuts and those late night efforts. And we have an amazing clothing line called Colors. It's a graffiti line all dedicated to graffiti art, which is a huge part of this culture. Anybody that's lived near and in and around a train station knows it. Yeah, man. So website for sure. Instagram is going really, really well. Yeah, and then Spotify, lastly. You can get tickets on Spotify. The merchandise I previously mentioned on Spotify, and all the new releases, if you do follow me, will be available on your phone the day they come out, which is awesome, especially in a digital age, to not have to go hunt for something. It's already there for you. So I need everybody to follow and save me on Spotify, Apple Music for sure, and then utilize the website. When you see me out and about, say hello, and don't be weird.
All right, so My Whole Life, and the next song I got here, what's that one about, friend?
So, My Whole Life is let me just go on record and say this, because while I feel it's not my best song, I'm super proud of the song. The song did 2.6 million streams. It is with Las Vegas legend Dizzy Wright, a brother of mine, a guy that I respect a lot, who does a lot for this community, and has really been a pioneer out there just wearing a bulletproof vest against the naysayers and the things that aren't positive in this community, and just did his motherfucking thing. So, shout out to Dizzy Wright. This is my first feature I'd ever done with anybody that was more successful than myself. So I took away from the song more than I was able to give it. It was the lesson in being prepared and being organized and just upping your game. Yo, so tomorrow night, I will be downtown at the usual place, opening up for Conway the Machine. Conway the Machine is from the rap group collective Griselda. Was on the cover of XXL in 2022 and in 2024 as a solo artist. He is known as one of the great lyricists in current hip-hop today, discovered by Eminem. He's coming here to Las Vegas for his first time, so it's only right that myself, Larry Coleman, and our entire team go out there and open up the show correctly. I think as of right now, we've sold, in the last couple days, around 40, 50 tickets. I haven't seen the total, but I know it's going to be a packed house. And today, man, we definitely have 4 tickets on us. We would love to give them to the people. We absolutely want people to come out and be a part of these community events and these exceptional efforts that people are making to bring these artists to our city. And Dirty, I want to note this too. The reason why that plug is important is when most major artists route their national tours, whether you're Lil Wayne or you're 42 Doug, people don't come to Las Vegas, they skip it. They often view us as being too competitive in the ticketing market, but the Blue Man Group and Circus Olay having 17 shows 4 times a night, every single night of the week, it is hard to sell tickets in Las Vegas. So if you're an artist that's out there working on your shit and you can sell them, that's the fastest way to get yourself booked, and that's free game.
All right, so with that, can you explain to the people what it takes an artist to do to even get into a venue?
For an artist to get into a venue, I mean, realistically, you need to be booked by a promoter. To get booked by a promoter, you usually need to be doing something right. If you're looking to be booked based on your talent, you need to get your numbers right. Make sure that people are aware that you're working on your craft. Make sure you're shooting videos and giving visuals for the music that you're making. And then there's the other way that half of Las Vegas gets booked. It's because they know someone. I don't recommend that way. I recommend focusing on your craft and earning the things that are given to you. But if you do happen to know somebody and that's the way you need to start, don't shy away from that either. Just own the experience and talk to the people that come to these shows. Talk to the fans. Talk to the people that make those events possible, because it'll do you 1,000 times over in return.
Awesome. Now, we just heard Big Deal. You want to talk about Big Deal? What's that mean for you?
So Big Deal was kind of like a realization moment. You know, never in my life when we started making music, I think that most people that make music and love it don't expect to get paid for it, don't expect for themselves to be considered successful, especially to be received as successful. So for us, we are kind of realizing that we're starting to move the conversations. We're starting to move the needle on our careers and the way we're paid and the way we're booked, and we're starting to have more of a professional rapport to everything that we do. So, you know, Big Deal was just us talking our shit.
And how important is it to keep your masters as an artist?
It's very important. But I'll say this too, the only way, so if you're an independent artist that's working hard on your shit, there's no reason anybody should want your masters unless you have potential to sell in 1 billion records with a B. There's really not. There's a tremendous drop-off between an international star and a national star. A national star will stream 1 million monthly, pushed by the record label. An international star, on average, will do 50 million monthly, pushed by a record label. And then I would say a successful independent artist would probably have 1,000 monthly listeners. Like, that's pretty successful in today's Spotify or Apple world. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Guys, this is Real Game from LarryColeman2020. What does the 2020 mean?
2020 is a campaign. I started this career pretty serious in 2020. As we were talking a little bit off air, I have a background in political organizing, which definitely benefits me in hip hop. I know that the community is very well aware of that. They probably don't know like what kind of organizing that was. Is I don't really know a lot of people in this community for real. We bump a lot of elbows, and I'm sure a lot of people assume a million different things about me, but they really don't know me for real. I would encourage them to try to get to know me a little bit, and I've had some honest conversations with myself and making sure that I'm making myself available for people too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So what is GOAT about?
So GOAT was an impromptu song that we did at All Bay Music for a magazine shoot. It was right around the time that everybody started using the emoji constantly. They were overusing it. So the song is kind of ironic. As you know, I think these kids are quick to call everyone and everything a GOAT when it's supposed to be the greatest, which means there should only be one. So the song was a little bit ironic. We just wanted to make a song that made sense but didn't make any sense for us, I guess.
Okay, before we hit it though, I see you got Jordan shorts on. Who is the GOAT in basketball?
Oh, come on now. I'm a weirdo. I'll take a one-off answer. I'm gonna go away from LeBron and Jordan, and I'm gonna say that Bill Russell does not get his credit for playing in the 50s and 60s. Sure, he played in a time of extreme racism and when the NBA was a pretty small league, but I'm pretty sure that Bill Russell would dominate in today's game. I'm gonna go Bill Russell.
Oh man, Better Days, my friend Larry Coleman. What is Better Days about, my friend?
Better Days is exactly how it sounds. You know, again, Dirty, we were talking off air a little bit. That song's produced by Bay Area legend Rob Lowe, who's responsible for the Mob Figures and the career of the Jacka. You know, and for our Bay Area cats that and there's a lot of us out here, our Bay Area cats, you know, the Jack is considered one of the greatest MCs to ever live, to ever do it in the Bay Area. They're ranking third all time behind Short and 40 and ahead of Tupac, you know, and my brother Rob Lowe lost his close friend. You know, I thought that this beat allowed me to share with Rob our pain and bring it to a track. And, you know, when I recorded this song, I wanted Rob to know, man to man, that there are better days coming. And I couldn't have embodied it better to put it on a record. It is the outro of my most successful album to date.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right, we're going to get into the chandelier. What's the chandelier about?
Man, dude, you're giving me all the deep questions right now. Chandelier, produced by Tracks A Million. On that list that I was talking about, would probably be ranked like 5th, and he's a producer. He produced for 40 and Short when he was a kid. He was a child star at 18 years old. He put on the entire Bay Area. Every song we know from 40 and Short probably has a Tracks A Million credit. And he passed away when we were making this song. And he was a no-nonsense guy, just like I am. And he was probably the person I've been closest to in my journey so far. And he thought I was special, and I knew he was special. We made this song together. It was the first song on the album. We didn't get to finish the album together. That's where Rob's producing. And some of the Bay Area connections I have were able to really help make this project great. This song was him and I collaborating to make a Detroit-style Bay Area hit. That was an intro track that embodied the way that he made beats and the way I rap. So the Chandelier, you guys come out Friday night, you'll get a chance to hear it live. I usually open and close the show with Chandelier. I hope you guys enjoy it. The last song was called Real Ones. That's the next music video drops next month. It's the current single. It came out last Friday. The song is doing really, really well on all platforms. The song is produced by DJ Hoppa, the one and only, Broken Complex Records out in North Hollywood. We were just there 2 weeks ago, me and my team. Again, you know, shout out Hoppa for his kindness, just running an amazing music studio. And then, you know, for those that are asleep under a rug, DJ Hoppa is the harvester, the hip-hop producer, you know, harvesting all of the great lyricists in hip-hop. So it's an honor anytime there's an opportunity to work with a guy like him. The relationship is just fucking fire. I can't explain it. The next song that we're going to listen to, Too Dirty, is also produced by Hoppa. These are 2 of the 4 songs off of September's new project, Larry vs. the Internet.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear it. How do they follow you, my friend?
So, best place to support a brother is www.LarryColeman2020.com. You'll get the same information there that you'll get on Spotify. All my new merchandise, all the new albums, all the new projects, all my playlists and greatest hits are all available on Apple and Spotify. So yeah, man, follow me. The albums, the new songs will be uploaded to your phone the day they come out. And it makes for a great relationship, so you can contact me on Instagram and let me know how you feel about them.
And then how do you have like a Patreon page too where people can donate to you, or just through merch? And what's it going, like your bottom line to your highest dollar amount?
So they can donate on SoundCloud, Apple, or Spotify. Actually, I think I removed it off of Spotify. The best way that people can support me is to get a piece of merchandise. Usually if people will just blindly donate, and they have, and especially when I started off, people definitely wanted to invest in my career. But to make sure that they were getting something too, I always like to give them something physical that they can hang on to and take home. Something that they can see laying on their bed one day, like, oh shit, I got that from Larry.
There you go.
So
nice. And going shirts like $25?
$25, $20 to $30, depending on the weight, quality. We've got some new stuff for Hunger Games 4, an album that just crossed 1 million streams. It's at 50,000 downloads. We'd like to push that one to at least a gold record as well. And then Larry vs. the Internet is going to get its own exclusive merch run. There's only 4 songs on it. 2 that we just heard from DJ Hoppa. 1 drops tonight at midnight with my brother Mr. Porter from D12. And then I drop next week with Kato on the track, a song called Monster. And in that, you'll see some beautiful cover art and some single posters and things like that floating around the internet as well.
And are you open to having people come to you and say, hey, Larry Coleman 2020, I want to work with you? Are you open to that?
I absolutely am open to that. In fact, I pay attention to everybody that I have a conversation like that with, because you'll never know when you meet. I think back to when we met, you just don't know. But I know that it starts by having a conversation, and nothing moves forward until somebody starts talking. So
awesome. All right, so with everything going on, you were telling me how, some of your team members were kind of far right, and then you got far left. Anybody in the middle?
I think, realistically, most of the people, we got a team of 12 persons. I'd say most persons are in the middle. We got a few that are extreme left, definitely extreme right, but we all respect each other. We were talking about that too. We spend a lot of time with one another, and it makes far more sense for us all to be able to talk out why we feel a way about something, and then us to just be able to walk away and say, well, we disagree, because there's a lot of things we do agree on. I think that's kind of the way of the world with politics. Sure, there's 100 issues that people disagree on, and that's all we focus on. There's still 1,000 issues that we definitely agree on. Who here wants to live in a nice house? Hand up. Who here wants their kids to go to a decent school and learn something? Hand up. So I think it's about perspective, and for our team, as we continue to grow musically, grow our numbers, grow our presence, it is important too that we grow our love for one another. So we actually navigate our political differences right there openly and honestly.
And that to me is a democracy, guys. That is being an American. It's not about far right or far left. It's about seeing eye to eye, and maybe not seeing eye to eye. But you know what? We all still get along.
We do.
See? All right. You got another song for us?
Yeah, let me see if I can find this one. I think I can find the song that comes out at midnight for you guys. The song's produced by Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter is a member of D12, who did very, very well with Eminem in the prime of his career. But I think, it's important too to remember that they were a hip hop collective. So, there were 6 people that did something different in the city. Some people owned recording studios, some were organizers, some hosted events, and it took the power of everybody coming together to really create something special. And that's exactly what we're trying to duplicate in Las Vegas. The song's called Soul Searching.
Damn, that hits, man.
It's different.
Right?
Electric guitar is not usually my specialty, but I felt like making a different kind of record for this album. I honestly would argue that all 4 of the songs on it are very, very versatile in the sense of they're very different. I did something for the ladies, I did something for the hip-hop heads, and then I did something for the people that were soul searching.
So you're definitely for the people. Always.
Time will definitely tell, but I'm quite confident that things are going to shake out in my favor because of my deep connection to everyday working people. I fuck with them so heavy, it's disgusting.
That's awesome. What's the location of the venue?
We're at the Usual Place. It's not like the usual place where we're always at. The venue's name is the Usual Place. It's between the Arts District and Fremont Street. It's a beautiful fucking venue, really well ran, great staff, great parking actually, which is if you're in between, you're a one drinker and you want to drive, you absolutely can. We're at 100 Maryland Parkway. Let me repeat that. That's 100 Maryland Parkway, and it is just a beautiful venue and a beautiful staff. You should have a good time if you come out.
Awesome. All right, guys. So you know what? I don't know. Let's see. You love to rap. You're a rapper.
I am.
Can you freestyle?
Of course I can freestyle.
I knew it. This is 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. This is exclusive. Can you freestyle for us?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shit. Tomorrow night we got a show with Conway and it's gonna be fucking lit. Everything that I say is written in stone because I fucking spit. I don't do no average shit. I ain't no average cat. When I step into the box, I don't take no average bat. Speaking of average bat, that's hitting 300. Me and my homies, we be fighting like 300. I'm Leonidas, I'm Spartacus, and all that. I'm rolled up. I'm sitting back with my bad bitch, she's dolled up. I'm smoking one in Vegas. I'm always rolling down the strip. Honestly, the irony is half the girls I know strip. Speaking of that, I gotta get off the mic before I say something that'll get me blasted for a big show. So I must go. Dirty, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Larry Coleman2020.